Good evening, traders. It's still 6:18 in the evening. I just wanted to bring this up. This is that new indicator that I loaded today, which is the yesterday's daily candle indicator, which you'll see over here on the right-hand side. I'm giving this a test. I have not used it yet. It shows your H1 candle direction, your day candle direction, and your weekly candle direction. And then this is the daily candle right here. That could actually be removed, but I left it on the chart. Any rate, what we're looking at here is you see that green. We're talking about trading some breakouts of the zone based on the yesterday's daily candle. So let me squish this down a little bit. You might get a better view. So you can imagine yesterday's candle. This green part from here to here is the upper wick. This part in here is the body, and this other green part is the lower wick. So if you can just imagine that as being a candle, that's actually what we're looking at. And we're trying to learn to exploit that candle by looking at that wick and figured it was going to be a breakout because percentage-wise, I talked to the coder and they've done statistics and did a lot of back testing. And you can see that it's about 75% of the time when it's in that zone, it's going to break out either to the upside if it's at the top of the wick, or to the bottom side as a short trade if it's to the bottom side of the wick. So it's kind of a breakout trade method, but yet it's a little bit different twist on it by using the candle, yesterday's candle. I've traded a lot for a long time, but I've never done that one. So I'm kind of giving it a test to see if it's anything to it that's going to be worth putting on our charts. I basically like to keep my charts clean, keep them free of lines and a bunch of stuff. But I loaded this on today just to try it out. Excuse me. Okay, what we're also looking at, I mentioned this before, we're looking at our levels. These numbers here denote the levels. Round levels. In between is the midpoint levels. So from here to here is 10 pips, and of course that's 5 pips in there. What we basically do is we're going to go for 5 to 10 pip trades. Usually it's more of a 5 pip trade because then we'll get probably get usually a pullback if there's not news or an opening like this is open. I'll be happy with my 5 pips, and then you just adjust your lot sizes accordingly. And if you do the math, you can make some real good numbers, real good money by just making those 5 pips and increasing your lot size. Because so many times it'll run up, like over here we look and it ran up about 10 pips and it'll come back down and find support and resistance. Here it goes up a little more than 5 pips, up to about 10 pips and down again. And if we scroll back in time, we could probably see time and time again where it would run up. You can just see it kind of stays in these zones. That's the way price likes to do. Kind of stick in the zones. You can go back. Here there's 10 pips. It ran up. And you can see 10 pips. It's just kind of the way price acts. So once you find the rhythm of a currency you like to trade, you watch that currency, you get a feel for the rhythm, and that'll work for you. If you want to be a position trader and go for longer trades, longer periods of time, hold them for hours, days, weeks, months, you can make some big pips, of course. That's up to you. I like to be in and out the market. The one thing that I do, and I have to really stress this, is of course I'm a introducing broker partner for Traders Way. I was with them about 2 years. I'm very happy with their service, extremely happy with the MT4 ECM platform. Very, very quick, and they offer very low spreads. I happen to have commissions that I use. I'm on a flat commission. That way I know my cost in and out of the trade before I trade, and I like that. They're so quick that once I bring up my order window and I click on it, before I can even move my mouse, I'm in a trade. Then after that, I have my EA set up. My EA will take over. It's set up, pre-set up with a stop loss, trailing stop, and a take profit. Those lines will show up on the chart. Once it hits either one of those, take profit, stop loss, or trailing stop, of course it'll close out the position. Another thing it'll do for me, it has OCO, order cancel order. So if I've got a market like this, and it's in here right now and it's ranging, and for somehow I look at my bias on my other charts and I think it's going to go up or go down, whatever direction you choose, or you're not sure, I might go in here and set a order, set a buy stop up here, for instance, and then I might set a sell limit down there, or in this case it would be up here and down here. And then it does order cancel order, OCO. So once one trade is set up in one direction, it automatically cancels the order in the other direction. So you have no problems there. You don't have to worry about clicking on it, dragging it, or forgetting to pull it out. It's done for you. The EA does it. So it's kind of a set it up and kind of watch it and forget it, and it'll take care of itself. One thing that I do notice, a lot of traders, and through the years I've seen them and I've heard them talk about it on the different threads, and that is they just get killed with their spreads. Well, of course, a lot of these big boys, we all know who they are. I won't mention names. They charge some really, really high spreads, and there's no way you can make any money trading 5 or 10 pips with those spreads. You just can't do it. It's not going to happen. So you need to find a broker. Trader's Way works for me. I'm very happy. I've got a lot of friends and people that have joined Trader's Way, and they come back and tell me later that they're very happy. If you want to, you can open up a demo account, give it a try, check out the order execution if you like it. Excuse me, I got a bit of a cold. Then you can go live when you feel comfortable. No stress. But this chart I use, I like to look at it. Another chart that I pull up is my chart that I used over on the Sonic thread. I've talked about that before. It gives me a good bias, how it's going to run, whether it's going to be up or down. I can pull up another chart here. We'll pull up the British pounds. And again, you'll see right now, you'll see that the Dragon, which is the 34 EMA high and low, and the 89 EMA, and the 15-minute has got an upward bias. This was a trade I got into, and it just went right against me, and it was a big loser. I lost 9.9 pips on that. That's trading. It's going to happen. Everything was going good, all of my signals, and boom, it happened. So we got to take the good with the bad. That's what it's all about. But then, of course, as soon as I did that, a little while later, it went my direction. Well, isn't that something? It always seems to work that way, but that happens. Okay, so anyway, back to the indicator. You can see that you've got an upward bias. You can see that everything is good. So my entry should have been right down in here, right above that day's open line. But no, I don't know what I was doing. I was somewhere else, and I made a terrible entry up here. I made the entry at the highest, worst spot you could. But at the time, on another chart, I was probably getting a signal that was showing that it was a good entry. But once you drop it down, and then if you even drop it down to a 5-minute, you know, it may be here. I was at the 5-minute chart. I don't remember. And it might look like it was a go. Then right after that, just everything went against me. So right here, case in point, right here we've got the upward trend. We've got an upward bias. We got the Dragon above the EMA. It's looking good. Price is going up. It's all green. It's above the daily open. And as soon as I got in, there it goes. And that'll happen. You have to expect those things. And you can go from chart to chart to chart, and it doesn't matter what kind of a currency you pull up. Here's a UJ. Again, it's going down. There's some money to be made there. You've got the dollar franc. Again, it's pretty close to the same thing. A lot of people like to trade the odd dollar. We'll bring that up. Again, you can see it breaks above the daily open, and there's a good pip. It's not too hard to make 5 pips. I mean, my gosh, you can make these all day long. Anyway, we'll keep going with these different videos. My microphone's not working. I apologize. It's not working well. I'll probably delete this video later, and when I get a new mic tomorrow, we'll redo it. I'm learning the software, and I'm also testing out this new trading software that over here, I'm not sure what this is going to do for us yet. I don't normally like to look at all that stuff on my screen, but I'm kind of trying to get used to it to see if it really is going to give us any kind of an edge or just be something in the way. I don't really know yet. We'll find out. Anyway, thank you for listening and watching. If you need a good broker, you might check out Traders Way. They've been doing a good job for me and for a lot of traders I know. And I'd like for y'all to have a good evening, profitable evening, and stay green, my friends. Thank you.